But sticking with the Walesers now, and after some speculation in December, we discussed the number of engagements undertaken by the royals last year, and we now have the definitive list. And one that might surprise people is that the 79-year-old Duke of Gloucester carried out more official events than both the Prince and Princess of Wales in 2023. Richard Eden, in defence of the Walesers on this matter, it has been a year of upheaval, hasn't it, for them both?
It certainly has. You know, it's the year that they've become the Prince and Princess of Wales. I think these, these kind of lists do bring out the mischief in me. We all love them, you know, comparing how hard they work and this sort of thing. And it's actually a sort of devoted watcher of the royal family. I think it's Tim O'Donovan, reads the Times, and each year he compiles this list from the court circular, the official list of duties. And as we know, Prince Harry has talked about how the royal family is actually quietly obsessed with them. They pretend not to be, but they want to be at the top. But what we have seen, yes, is that William and Catherine were quite low down. You know, they came below the King, below Princess Anne, below Prince Edward and Sophie. But I think that's fine with them. That's part of really what they want to do, that they're trying to do fewer engagements and fewer causes, but really get stuck in. So they think it's much more useful to be heavily involved and try and make a difference with fewer projects than be patron of loads. Say Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester, you know, might be patron of lots of charities and just make the odd appearance. That they're taking a different view, and that's something that they'll carry into the future.
Is that fair to say, well, let the old man take it all on? Is that?
I mean, personally, it's not what I would like to see. I'd like to see more members of the royal family and more engagement. I think that's great for the public to meet members of the royal family, and it's good for the monarchy generally. But William and Catherine do have a different view, and they see the future differently. So, you know, this is an outcome of that.
What do you think, Victoria, if Catherine does need to be at home more for the family? She, you know, very hands-on with things like the school run, and that's, I think most people would think that was reasonable. But is it fair to say that the King or palace officials would like to see William getting out on the road more as a result?
Well, I think that Rich is right, that the Walesers have a very distinctive approach to the way that they do things, but there is no doubt that there's fewer working royals than there were a few years ago, and it's very important that all of the senior working royals are very visible and are out there. And William does, as well as the charities that he's very heavily involved with, and behind the scenes as well. We have to recognise that I think that the Walesers do a lot behind the scenes with their convening power. But he also, William has for the past few years now stepped up and done things like investitures as well. And I think that will continue. Very much that will continue. But I also think, you know, that monarchy is designed to sort of shore up the person in the top job. You know, it's a hierarchical system. And while I think the King does want William and Catherine to be very busy and visible, he also, I think, wants to be on the front foot with certain things. So, for example, visiting Commonwealth realms. He wants to go there before he sends his heir to these countries. And I think that is influencing in some ways the rhythm of what is happening now since he came to the throne and the way that timetables are functioning.